Right, so we have in the studio Frank Daku Asari, who is a Programs Manager of Financial Accountability and Transparency Africa, is joining us now. Good evening, sir, and thank you for your time. So I'm going to focus on two key issues. There is an issue of the launch of your Citizens Manifesto today, as well as the survey you conducted. So let's begin a little with the survey. Okay. Tell me, beyond the key findings of youth unemployment, out of the 16 other issues you identified, which one topped the list?
That's the youth unemployment
topped the list.
Yes, the youth unemployment.
After that, which one?
And after that, there was health.
Okay.
And then purposeful education. Yes.
And were you able to identify reasons for these responses?
The survey did not set out to take reasons.
Good. Okay.
It was itemized list, or tell me, as far as you are concerned,
the priority areas
exactly,
you want the next government to address.
Yes,
okay, so it doesn't matter if the person feels, for example, that the economy has to be fixed. You wouldn't ask which aspect of the economy or anything like that.
Not at all.
Okay, so
not at all.
What is the essence of this research?
The essence of this survey, more importantly, is to develop citizen assertiveness in the ordinary Ghanaian.
Okay.
If you know that what I want my government to do for me is not being done, then you are more capable, you are assertive in asking for things to be done for you when it is your input, rather than when the government has said, I will do this for you. But when you say, this is what I want, and it's not done, then you are assertive in asking that it be done for you.
So it is in that vein that you launched this Citizens Manifesto. What is the essence of this manifesto?
The manifesto is generally the composition of what all of us as citizens want an incoming government to do for us. And we want the government to know that we as a people, these are our priorities. These days, you know that there is this cliche of one man, one
this, one that. Yeah.
Yes. But if we are minded by this, then we possibly know that the things, the one man, one this is not necessarily what the people.
So let me get a better understanding. Citizens Manifesto is some items of things, expectations from people you have collected, and which you feel that should be a working document for any political party going into the elections.
Absolutely.
They should be guided by the things you're demanding.
Absolutely.
So I've seen 16 items. You have good financial governance and accountability as number 1, public sector corruption, and then number 15, improved health services for all, and number 16, quality public infrastructure. I mean, I can go through all the list. So these 16 items you've listed, what do they cut across all spheres of the economy?
This is the list we presented to the average Ghanaian on the street and asked them, out of this list, which are your priorities? And then out of the 16, the 12 that came up is what we used in crafting the manifesto. Yeah.
So you cited youth unemployment, for example.
Yes.
They say that it is a key factor on their minds as they go into the elections.
Yes.
And so this Citizen Manifesto captures that. Have you been able to present this to the political parties going into the elections?
We will do that tomorrow. But we invited them to the lunch today.
And what feedback did they give you?
We have not taken their feedback yet. We have not taken their feedback yet.
And I also noticed that among the list is corruption. So the fight against corruption, majority of people are pushing for an anti-corruption posturing in this year's elections, and almost all the political parties are making anti-corruption a key aspects of the campaign. President Mahama himself has spoken about his government's measures. They're going to make corruption less appealing. The MPP has spoken about corruption, PPP, and all of that. What does the Citizen Manifesto expect from duty bearers in the next government when it comes to the fight against corruption?
You know, we at FAT Africa, Financial Accountability and Transparency Africa, would have made the fight against corruption the #1 issue. But interestingly, it was not the number one issue for the people that we serve.
Yeah, youth unemployment.
Youth unemployment was the number one issue.
It is critical.
Yes, but for the fight against corruption, one of the major things that we are asking, or the citizens of Ghana are asking, is to break the Attorney General's office from the Minister of Justice office, so that it is possible for prosecutions to be done without fear or favor. That is one sure way of fighting corruption.
So there's also healthcare, environmental degradation, and all of that. So if we lump the two together, healthcare and environmental degradation, what are the expectations of FAT?
It's not the expectations of FAT.
The expectations of the people.
Of the people.
The people you've surveyed.
The people we surveyed. We just put the document together after.
What are their expectations on environmental degradation and provision of healthcare?
Environmental degradation, what came up most, and discussing with academia, was this galamsey issue. And so the idea was that, look, we should strengthen the laws on mining. We should help the district assemblies, chieftaincy institutions should be involved more in the fight against these issues. Yeah. Then for environmental degradation, we talked under that. There was sanitation, there was climate change. What else was there? Some other one.
Some other ones,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah. So there were several key factors that we
comes
under.
Yeah. Environmental protection and degradation.
Yes.
So that's the expectation of the people going into the elections. Would you be disappointed, for example, if the next government comes in and all of these things are not necessarily addressed in the order in which they came out?
Not at all. Not at all. We will not, in terms of being surprised, no. Being surprised, no. But what would happen really is that if the people are minded by what is more important to them, then you would find that they would necessarily vote in that direction.
Okay.
Yes, if they are minded by that.
Okay, so Mr. Frank Dakwasari, Francis Dakwasari, thanks very much. We're grateful that you could pass through to give us some highlights on this Citizens Manifesto. Let's